People are start joining, so you can start. Just keep them patient.
Okay, welcome back. Let's do one more health check, sound check. So, am I audible now? You can put it as yes in the chat. Perfect. Lovely to see so many yeses after the no. And that is why I say that the learning session ongoing continues. Thanks to technology, we could switch from the Zoho platform to Zoom platform just like that, right? So technical glitches happen anytime. But consider you are the one who is filing GST returns. Let's say you are using the government application, or you have your POS, you are doing maintaining books of accounts in Tally. For some reason, the system is not responding. What are the alternative ways that you will come back and do it? And from the CA days, we have always been trained about business continuity plan or a disaster recovery plan, or to put it in our simple terms, a succession plan that we will, this is what I'm doing, someone else is doing now, how will I pass on the knowledge? How will I do it? And that is what I actually shared in the Zoho. The first thing is continuous learning, ensuring we get updated on a continuous basis. Let me start with the session for the day. We will be talking about GST updates. We would also be talking about GST return filing basics, GST R1 and 3B, just to bring on par with everyone. I'm sure from last 8 years, everyone are filing, but knowing various table numbers, what is there in it is more important. And my colleague Manisha would be taking us through on how to use the government portal return filing using GSTZen, getting data from your ERP automatically to a platform, and that platform will send it to the government portal automatically. The automatic process of it is what Manisha is going to explain us today. And we are in a right problem. The technical glitches happen every now and then. Starting with the first change, which is on the registration. Most people who have migrated from the earlier software wouldn't be encountering this problem. But otherwise, if I have to say a problem in last, say, 2 years, 3 years, registration is a bigger problem. You know, there was a casual joke some point in time, getting Tatkal ticket is possible, but GST registration is not possible. And there has been using the RTI, many people have sourced the information. Surprisingly, 68-70% is the rejection rate. So the government was rejecting all the applications, saying in the guise of that there is some fake dealer coming. To catch hold of some fake dealer, everyone will put to problem. And that's where when the representations went in, they brought in that biometric Aadhaar authentication. You can see on the screen, phase-wise, the biometric Aadhaar authentication started. This created another problem. I am sitting here in Bangalore, wanted to open an office in Gujarat. I had to travel all the way there to get my one biometric. Why Bangalore to Gujarat? Inside Bangalore, I stay in Whitefield, and let's say my officer is asking me to come to Kengeri. It's like which will automatically take around 2 hours for me to travel from that side to this side, right? So the government said, okay, we will have the anywhere registration. You can go anywhere and do the registration. And they made it such simple that once you make an application, you will get an Aadhaar authentication on your mobile. You don't need to visit a GST Suvidha Kendra. However, some taxpayers have been flagged as a risk taxpayer. For them, they have to visit to GST Suvidha Kendra. All right. Next point. This is applicable to old dealers who are migrated also. You have to update your Aadhaar. All the authorized signatories, the authorized partners, they have to update their Aadhaar. Only then the refund and other aspects would get processed. Every time when you log into the portal, if you have a small pop-up box opening up, please don't put an escape and go out from it. Ensure that you read that completely and do it. Yeah. The only hitch in the registration related the changes, if the promoter director himself is a primary authorized signatory, then he has to visit the jurisdictional GSK. What do I mean by that? Let's say I'm a proprietor partner, either of it. I am the authorized signatory. I am opening an office in Delhi. If I am opening an office in Delhi and I am saying that I am the authorized signatory and I am a promoter, I necessarily have to travel to Delhi and do it. Yeah. Only in these cases, the person necessarily need to travel. Yeah. Otherwise, everything can happen virtually. Moving on to the next aspect, which is refund related changes. Any questions to anyone on the registration related? One good question from Tarun. If the director is an expat, foreigner, then how we will have then other authentication? Yeah. So if you are wanting to make that foreigner as the authorized signatory, this is required for the authorized signatory. In fact, GST law envisages a foreign company to be there, but they have to appoint an Indian national to conduct the operations for it. Even though if they do not have an office in India, they can have a representative. Such person have to do an Aadhaar authentication. Hope this answers your question, Tarun. If there are more than 3 directors, do all they need biometric? The whom you are making as an authorized signatory, that person's biometric is required. And request people to change your name. Like I'm seeing 100, 200 admins and different thing. It would be very inappropriate to call that okay question from system to etc. Yeah. Now, changes on refund related. We all know the refund is applied. Okay, is there some crosstalk happening? I could see everyone are muted. In the interest of it, let me mute everyone. I am muting everyone. If someone wants to talk, you just need to raise the hand. Only then you can. I will prompt you to unmute. Okay. All right. So the refund is applicable under inverted duty structure, or you're making a supply to SEZ, or you're exporting, and export is with pay without payment. There are conditions to fulfill the export, and especially for services, you need to realize the forex. The challenge in the refund in the cases of the QRMP, the system was recognizing the invoices basis GSTR1. But the QRMP, month 1 and month 2, they will be filing something called IFF, Invoice Furnishing Facility. They're uploading the invoices. Why? Because the recipient has to get a credit of it. So a B2B transactions for month 1 and month 2 were passes to IFF, and those have not been traveled for refunds. So that is now taken care. So they have now taken care that all of this is moved. They are shifting to invoice-based refund filing under the following categories. Export of services with payment of taxes. And please note it is services with payment of tax. For goods with payment of taxes, they have already moved to an invoice-based. Filing of shipping bill itself is a refund application. So for services, again with payment of taxes, they have shifted to an invoice-based filing, where you can select the invoices in the tax period and make a refund application. Yeah. So these changes are chronologically done in other places where the refund is being filed. Then in case of a deemed export, there is no need to select from and to period for refund filing, because there are conditions for a deemed export. If those conditions are taken care, then the refund is permitted. In case of a refund, there for electronic credit ledger balance, there is no question of refund. It's only a cash balance that one can take the refund. But under any other category, if there is anything left, that can be obtained. Some changes on the return related, especially on the due date for filing. Finance Act 23 said that after 3 years, the returns will be blocked. Initially, it was said as 5. First, for the 17-18, when it is launched, the time limit was not there. Later said 5, then they said 3. Now, what does this mean? Like standing today, okay, you will not be able to file June 22. So next month, you will not be able to file July 22. So it's like that incremental month over month, you would be barred in filing the historical GST returns if you have not filed. You may ask that, are there still someone that, okay, they haven't filed the historical returns? There would be. Someone would have applied a registration and they would have forgot. Like, how is it possible? I opened an office in Assam and business stopped. I thought the accountant was taking care, but accountant thinks that, okay, no business, so need to file the returns. Sorry. So any error could have happened. That should be now taken care within 3 years. Then GSTR 1A. So 1 and 1A, table 12 and table 13. Table 12 is about reporting of HSN wise information. We all communicate to the government saying that this is my product at the time of registration, and we give top 5 categories. But under earlier VAT, there was a concept of endorsing the products I deal with the registration certificate, but not required under GST. I have obtained a registration as a chartered accountant. Later, I found a very good use case of selling a canned software. I started selling a canned software. I started providing software as a service. I haven't intimated to the GST department. The only way I do that intimation to the GST department is while I file my returns, I disclose in table 12 that these are the goods and services that I'm selling. And now, over the time, people were not filling that because that was an optional. Department made it mandatory. Now they have segregated that into 2 sections, B2B separate and B2C separate. Both the sections have been segregated. They have specifically said that turnover above 5 crores, it should be 6-digit HSN. Turnover up to 4 crores, up to 5 crores is 4-digit HSN. They have also done the validation. If there is any values reported in table 4, 5, 6, right? Sorry, table 4 and 6, 5 is B2C large, table 4 and 6, it should be reported as B2B. Table 5A, 6A, 7A should be reported as B2C. What is 6A is export. 6B and 6C is deemed exports and supply to SEZ. I'll again touch upon in the GSTR1 section. But the fundamental point to note is now reporting of HSN wise is mandatory. Reporting between B2B, B2C is mandatory. And last importantly, matching of the value is important. You may ask a question that, sir, if I'm doing an e-invoice, I have already reported that information to the government by way of invoice. Why should I do it again? So from this month, government said, don't worry, if you have already reported, I will collate that, summarize the information I will give you. You can edit it. So I will not make you to do a reporting of it again. So even that has been taken care. Then on table 13, document summary that has been made mandatory. So you have to give list of invoices issued, invoices cancelled, debit notes, credit notes, all that aspects needs to be reported to the government portal. On the turnover aspect, we have discussed, and this has to be given 4 digits or 6 digits, basis your turnover. Less than 5 crores, 4 digits, more than 5 crores, then it has to be at 6-digit level. All right. Then auto population of liability. I want everyone to pay attention to this slide. For a while, government has been telling that GST or 3B will be locked, meaning you will not be able to edit it. And that is going to happen soon. So now government started with GSTR1 liability. So table 3 of GSTR3B, which is on liability, it will be locked. You will not be neither increasing or decreasing. Let's say you may say that, sir, I have erroneously reported nil. My turnover is 1 crore, but I filed a nil R1. Government said, I have given you 1A. 1A is the time period to file 1A is from the due date, from the date of filing of 1 to the 3B. Let's say you're filing 1 on 5th. So from that date to up until your 3B. 3B is 20th, but if you're filing on 29th, till that day, you can operate 1A. You can increase the liability, decrease the liability. Once you file 1A, you cannot edit it. So be careful. And 1A is not mandatory, it's optional. Only when you want to change the liability, you will do it. So you will have to use the 1A to alter the liability in 3B, but the 3B is going to be locked, and that is going to be implemented from this month. So filing from August 25. So you're going to see that. Be very careful of that. Then 3.2, which is on, it's an information table on interstate supplies to unregistered persons, composition dealers, and UN holders. Even this will not be editable. So this is also has to be routed through GSTR1. Table 7 B2C, you have to segregate place of supply wise reporting basis that this data would get auto-populated. In 3.2, the another change is the 1A values would also be coming. If you didn't report in 1, you are bringing it 1A, even the 1A will also be updated to 3.2. Then on IMS. So before I go to IMS, let me see if there are any questions to anyone. If a consignee is outsider and shipment has been delivered to India, as per the above example, it is B2C or B2B. Yeah. So if a person is outside India, it is B2C. In fact, I have my colleague Akila, who's part of the team. She would also be answering any of the technical questions if something on relating to the software related. IMS. Now, this is also, we did these sessions, and I will explain a simple point. I am not hearing any noise, Mr. Padmaraj Sethi. So, can we revise? We can't revise 3B once filed. Yeah, 3B was never, there was never an option of file revising 3B, Mr. Tarun. Only the leeway for correcting 3B was Circular 26/2017, which helped us how to correct errors in 3B. Can we claim wrongly rejected credit note? Yeah, this is where I am coming here. Look, what is IMS? An invoice management system. You can call it as invoice monitoring system, whatever. Firstly, it's a system. How you have R1 for April, May, June, you will not have for IMS R1, for IMS for June, IMS for July. No, IMS is like a post box. All the invoices generated by the supplier would land into that post box, right? Once the recipient accepts it, it travels to GSTR2B. If recipient rejects it, it is reported back to the supplier saying, so-and-so recipients have rejected it. Once it is rejected, the credit will not travel to the recipient 2B, but intimation will go to liability of the supplier. Please note, I'm saying intimation. Just because I as a recipient rejected an invoice doesn't mean that the supplier liability is going to come down. Supplier is acknowledging that I am making the supply. Recipient is saying I received, not received. It is his duty or to whether to take the credit or not. Now, it can so happen that the recipient has erroneously rejected. If the recipient has erroneously rejected it, he has to contact the supplier, asking the supplier to resubmit. Now, supplier would be worried that if he resubmits, will his liability gets added? Whenever a record is amended using the amendment table, only the delta. Originally, I reported as 1000. Now I'm reporting 1200. My liability will go up. Or if I'm reporting 800, my liability will come down. If I just change 1000 to back to 1000, nothing will happen. Earlier, we were suggesting that, okay, you open the record, change the invoice number, make 1000 to 1001, all those circles. But now IMS, they said that these errors could happen. Ask the supplier, open the record, edit the record, but don't need to make any edit, not even a single edit. He can just submit the record. Once the supplier submits back, it travels back to the IMS dashboard, IMS portal. The recipient can pick the record and avail it. What if the recipient is rejecting even for the second time? Invoice traveled back to the supplier. The concept of amending and record is only there once. There's a concept of locking of the invoice. Invoice gets logged. Note, invoice gets logged. If it is amended, if annual return is filed, if someone has filed their GST or the refund, or if the time limit to correct, which is 30th November, expires. So in these situations, the invoice is logged. A logged invoice cannot be edited. So if someone is doing an error, be careful that the rectification is allowed only once. All right. Now, like invoice is rejected, going back to the supplier, a credit note rejected will also go back to the supplier. Effect of an invoice, recipient credit will go up. Effect of a credit note, recipient credit will come down. If recipient choose not to reverse a credit, rejecting it, it goes back to the supplier, adds as a liability in the next month. Now, most of the suppliers were complaining, saying that I don't know who are the one who has rejected these credit notes. GSTZen thankfully has a feature to list out the IMS dashboard of the supplier to showing whose invoices have been accepted and rejected. Yeah. GSTR7 earlier was optional, now it is made mandatory. And even GSTR7, they can do the amendment and the enabling of invoice wise is done. Changes in e-invoice and e-webel. E-invoice now there are multiple IRP portals. You can file an e-invoice using a GSP, like using GSTZen GSP credentials, you can file an e-invoice. It may go to IRP1, IRP2, IRP3. Since they do a deduplicacy check, they made the IRN as case insensitive. That means ABC small, ABC capital, A capital, BC small, all will be treated as ABC. This is one change that happened. And I'm sure you are aware there is a 30 days limit that has been brought in now. So you cannot generate an invoice prior to 30 days. NIC is now operating from ewebel2.gst.gov.in and it is interoperable. So it will switch both from 1 and 2, both for ewebel and e-invoice on a real-time sync that happens on the portal. Then e-webel generation for precious goods, stones, jewelries, which were exempted, then later made it mandatory state-wise. So state of Kerala had made it mandatory. They have issued a notification 10/2024 saying that we will do the e-webel for the movement of the goods, which is precious goods. So if you see below table, If it is Chapter 7 goods within Kerala, e-way bill is required. But Chapter 71 goods from other states to interstate, e-way bill is not required. So as of now, interstates are not there. Kerala government said that e-way bill for jewelry is made as mandatory. Some other changes owing to 53rd council meeting. First and foremost, 128A waiver scheme, though which ended at 30th June. Still, there are people who filed their reply under appeal under section 75 seeking to convert the order under 74 to 73. Once the order gets converted, they can still choose the scheme within 3 months from the date of the order, make the payment. Then another problem, if the order was issued, because the scheme was there only 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, only 3 years, but the order was there for 5 years. So they have allowed now saying that SPL 03 can be issued. Do not reject it, accept it, saying that the tax demand will be partially appropriated. There was a concept of DRC 03A for linking previously voluntary payments to the order. Now that they said that do not link it if it is pertaining to this issue. So the appeal filing is enabled for SPL 07 orders. The rejection orders is available now. Then on return filing, a quick sneak peek of R1 and 3B. R1 divided into 15 tables. You can take a screenshot of this. Anyhow, we will share you the copy of the presentation. Table 4 is reporting of B2B invoices. B2B outward. So other person who is registered. Whether my supply is forward charge or reverse charge, I will still report. Please note GST R1 is a sales register. It's not a liability register. Only the outward sales needs to be reported. Do not report inward RCM purchase liability in R1. Table 4, when we say RCM, I am a doctor. I am a GTA. I am a security agency where my services are consumed by others. Advocate, GTA, security, my services consumed by other. And such other person is paying taxes on RCM. It is for them to have this. Then table 5 is B2C large. Table 6 have 3 subtables, 6A, 6B, 6C. 6A is export of goods and or services with or without payment. So export of goods and or services with or without payment. 6B is supply to SCZ with or without payment. 6C is deemed exports. Table 7 is B2C supplies. State-wise, rate-wise, it's expected to be reported. Table 8 is nil, exempted, non-taxable. The value of the turnover where you don't need to pay tax, you would be reporting under this section. Table 9 is debit notes and credit notes. Also, amendments to debit note and credit note. Also, amendment to table 4, 5, 6, where you have done an invoice line-wise reporting. Table 10 is amendment to table 7, which is B2C reporting. Table 11 is 11A and 11B. Advances received, advances adjusted. One needs to report in that section. Table 12 is HSN-wise outward supplies. Table 13 is the documents that are issued during the period. 14 and 15 are the new tables issued, and I'm seeing many people are not reporting in it. Table 14 is applicable to the supplier who are making supplies through e-commerce operator. So by each of the e-commerce operator wise, they would be needing to report in table 14. While table 15 is the supplies made through e-commerce operator on which e-commerce operator is liable to pay tax. So it's a 9.5. So table 14 is where the e-commerce operator is doing the TCS, and table 15 is 9.5 supplies. Swiggy, Zomato, everyone. Any questions to anyone on GST Tier 1? Please put your questions in the question. So domestic turnover, I have given again a table pictorial representation for easy way of understanding the same thing, whatever which we have discussed. All outward supplies should be disclosed under respective tables. HSN wise and rate wise is mandatory. Document summary is mandatory. Please confirm whether the transaction would be interstate or intrastate itself. Then, if e-invoice is applicable, data from e-invoice will be auto-populated. Again, Manisha would walk us through as to how to do the reconciliation of the data coming from the e-invoice portal. ITC credit flow. The value that is reported in GSTR1 is reflected in IMS. If one accepts, it will be traveling to 2B. If someone rejects, it would be coming back to R1. However, to claim it in 3B, the value has to appear in 2B. If there is no value in 2B, no credit will come. What does that mean? If I keep an invoice pending, I have a doubt, I kept pending in IMS, I reject from IMS, these records would not be traveling to GSTR 2B. Next, I have accepted it, but R1 is filed late. Again, those records will not be traveling to 2B of this month, it would be traveling to the 2B of next month. Travel doesn't mean a literal travel, but it appearance of those records. Coming to GSTR 3B, table 3 on outward liability, table 4 eligible ITC, table 5 is reporting of exempt, table 6 payment of tax. Liability, both outward related and RCM related. Outward, for the taxable turnover, you are reporting in 3.1A. Exports 3.1B. In 3.1A, B2B, B2C all put together. Exempted is 3.1C and non-GST is 3.1E. RCM related liability will get captured in 3.1D. Would be same taken as an input tax credit in table 4A. 4A1 is sorry, 4A2 is import of services. 4A3 is domestic RCM that one is paying. 4A4 is ISD credits that are traveled. 4A5 is all other credit, that is GSTR1 of your vendors is getting reported there. Reversal will happen in 4B. If that reversal is permanent in nature, 4B1. If that reversal is temporary in nature, it goes to 4B2. The net credit that you will be availing is 4C. Whatever you have reversed in temporary in nature, you would be taking back as a credit in 4A5 by reporting it into 4D1. We call it as reclaim ITC. If it is an ineligible credit, owing to place of supply is not your state, or the supplier has filed a record post 30th November, then it travels as an ineligible credit. Friends, these are the important changes and a quick recap of R1 and 3B. What I would do is I would pick up the questions and request Manisha to share her screen and walk us through how we can simplify using GSTZen filing of return. In fact, for most of you, whatever I spoke is more of the theory. The practical aspect, the crux of today's session is what's going to happen. And as Manisha is doing the session, I am going to pick up the questions that you have put it in the chat and explain those. Manisha, are you there?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. I hope my screen is visible, no?
Yes, it's coming up.
Yes, thank you. So, hi, good evening, everybody. So today I will be demonstrating you that how you can file your GSTR1, 3B, and do the reconciliation through GSTZen in no time. So in front of you, the screen you can see is the reconciliation is the dashboard. Yeah. So this is our GSTZen dashboard. Once you sign up and log in, this will be the first screen which will come. And you can see, as you can see, as I have already added few of the GST number here. So here we have an option which you can use to add the GST numbers. Once you click on this add new GST number, it will take you to a screen where you can add a single GST number at a time, or if you want to add the bulk GST number, you can do the same by clicking on the show multiple GSTN. You can provide all the GST number with the commas or with the space and click on this validate GSTN, and it will create the lines for you. And with the name of the taxpayer, you just have to take a look at the taxpayer type. As we have a drop down, you just have to choose it and click on this add to account button, and it will show all the GST numbers here like the same way. Also, at the top, we have this manage multiple GSTN. So using this tab, you can work with multiple GST numbers, like you can upload your sales and purchase register for multiple GST numbers, or if you want to see the sales and purchase register of multiple GST numbers, so you can have a view at a pan level of all the sales and purchase invoices. Using this autopilot feature, you can work with multiple GST numbers in one go. Like if you're supposed to download the data from the government portal to GSTZen for multiple GST number, of course, you can use this autopilot feature. Also, if you want to do the process of return filing for multiple GST numbers, of course, you can use this autopilot as it facilitates working with multiple GST numbers on the one screen. Next, we have is this notices. So this feature helps you to track all your notices on time. Using this, you have an AI-based system is there which you can use, and it will facilitate you with the replies and everything. With all the knowledge of this notice, you can use this notice tab. So here we have a search button where I will search a GST number to show you that how you can file your GSTR1, 3B, do the reconciliation and all sort of things from GSTZen. So as soon as I search the GST number, it will give me all the GST numbers pertaining to that particular search thing. So I'll be choosing this particular GST number, which will take me to the next screen where we have the major options of our software. So as you can see that on the screen, on the right hand side of it, it gives you the option for this notice management, as I spoke previously on the previous screen, and also it gives you an option for IMS inward and IMS outward. So in this IMS inward option, you can work for multiple invoices in one go. You can take the actions in one go using an Excel. Of course, you can do the reconciliation with your purchase register. So with this IMS inward option, you can perform all these functions. So moving to the right hand side, which we have the major options, again, that is download a report, reconciliation, and GST return, file GST return. Talking about the download a report and reconciliation, I will be taking after a time. First, I will speak about this return filing. So as soon as I click on this file GST return, we have an option GSTR1, GSTR18, 3B, and annual returns 9 and 9C. I'll be quickly walk you through for this GSTR1. So as soon as I choose this option, it will give me this return filing periods, and I'll choose this June option. So after choosing this option, it will take me to the next screen where I have at the top only, it gives me an option whether I want to proceed with OTP or with the username and password. And of course, we have separate pages for GSTR1 with invoices, without invoices, and nil return. If you want to move with this GSTR1 with invoices, you have to go with the OTP. So here first it will work with the auto-populated data, and before that I'll just quickly log in. You have to provide the username of your GST portal, and it will give you the OTP on your registered phone number and the email ID. So here I have logged in using the OTP, and now I will be fetching all the auto-populated data. For that, I'll be using this button. So when I click on this, it will ask me with the permission. I will give the permission as yes, and it will start downloading, and it will take a minute, like a few minutes to download it. And it will update the status here itself. Once it is done, you can download this auto-populated data using in an Excel using this particular tab. Meanwhile, it is downloading. Let me quickly move to the next steps. Then we have this upload your invoices. So this is the step 1 where you will be uploading your sales register, whichever you have prepared for the return filing thing. For the sales register, you have an option like you can upload the XLS, you can upload your tally data directly from your tally, you can upload the GSN, and this fourth button will enable you to see all the data, whatever you have uploaded through an Excel or through tally. Also, if you use our GSTZen to generate or to create the invoices or to generate the invoices, it will automatically prepare your sales register in GSTZen database. And for that, we have this feature, this billing software. You can use this, or we have multiple ways through which you can generate the invoices. And if you're doing so, like using other mode or other features of ours, it will eliminate all these three steps and you can simply go directly to step 4 and file your GST R1 return in just 2 minutes. But if you're not doing so, of course, you can file the return through here. Step 1, you will be uploading your sales register. In step 2, as soon as you upload your sales register through either of the way, it will create a document issued summary. It's just that you have to click on this see all or edit tab. It will create the summary for you like this. You can of course review, and if you want to make any of the changes, you can simply do as these are clickable options and click on the save all changes. It will save in the GSTZen database and take you back to the previous screen. Also, if you provide the HSN data while uploading the sales register, it will automatically create your HSN summary. I will show you that how you're supposed to upload your sales register through Excel while explaining you GSTR 1A. So it will give you the HSN summary automatically. Like if there is a chance that you do not want to consider your auto-populated data, in that case, of course, you can change the things from here. Like we have an option, change setting. You can just simply click on this and review all these 4 options and choose the option as per your preference. Once you click on this calculate summary, it will give you a tabular format of all the data of your sales register. What is the count of B2B invoices? What is the count of B2CS invoices? You can just see whether all the figures are correct or not. Once you are satisfied with it, you can just simply upload the data. It means you are pushing the data from GSTZen database to the government portal for filing the return. Once it is done, you will get the success or the complete status here. You can generate the summary. After generating the summary, it will again give you a review where it will show a tabular format of the GSTZen data and the tabular format of whatever is there on the government portal for you to file the return. And a third option, if there is any difference, it will show you that too. Once you are okay with everything, you can just simply file your return with EVC or with DSC. With this few quick, simple steps, you can file your GSTR1. Before I move ahead, I'll just quickly talk about this simple pin button, which is there on the right-hand side top. So this particular pin button enables you to save all your working, whatever you have done or you will be doing for your GSTR1 filing. You can simply keep the documents pin here. It will be saved here only. And in the future, if you want to just take a look, whatever working you have done for the June month filing, you can just simply come on this screen and download the data or check your pin here. Now taking you to the next filing, that is GSTR1 filing. I'll just go back to the previous screen where I have the major options. I'll again choose this file GST return and go to this GSTR1A and we'll be doing it for June 25. The steps will remain absolutely same, like the sales register uploading. Second step would be, it will give you the document summary, then the HSN summary, compute summary, and uploading data, generating summary, and filing the return. So with the steps will remain the absolutely same for the convenience. You don't have to check for the step again and again. The steps are absolutely same. But here I will show you one thing, that is how you can upload the sales register. The step 1 is again the same, that you are supposed to upload your sales register through Excel. So here, once you click on the Excel option, it will take you to the next screen where you have 2 sample downloads. Like these samples are for your convenience. You can just download these sample and take a look what all major headings or the columns are there for the for this return filing. You can choose. I'll be just quickly uploading one of the file. Also, there are 2 formats for this. One is at the line item level and second is at the invoice level. So here I have uploaded the line item wise detail and I'll just click on this update. It will give me all the sheets, whatever I have in my Excel, and I just have to simply choose which I want to use for uploading. And also, like there is no mandate on using our Excel. You can use your own Excel or your own template, whatever you are maintaining in your system or extracting from your ERPs or anywhere. You can simply use your own Excel and upload. So this screen is the major option which will help, or which will handle your template in GSTZen. It's just that it will give you all the columns of your Excel here, and you just have to map it. Like it will give you a drop down. You just have to choose the column whichever you want to choose, and all these with this red star is the mandatory columns. You have to map them mandatorily. And also, it's not required for you to map your same template again and again. Let's suppose you are using your own template. You just need to upload it once. It will save all your mapping automatically, and you just have to take a look that all the columns are correctly mapped, and you can move that forward. Because we are filing this GSTR 1A, so I just want to bring your attention to here that if we are going to file the GSTR 1A, it's mandatory to fill this column in your Excel and also to map it here. So once I have mapped it, I will proceed with the filing part, like uploading the data into GSTZen. So it will give me a quick summary here, and if I have any error, this is how it will show me the errors. I can just check for the error, go to my Excel, make a correction, and upload it again using this option. But here I'm just overlapping this and moving with this data, whatever is uploaded. That here I have 88 invoices. This is my taxable amount. This is my CGST, SGST, and IGST amount. And I'll just confirm and save the entries. It will save automatically to the GSTZen database. And you can see all the data under the sales register. As I mentioned in step 1, you have an option to view the sales register. This is what I was referring to. So here, this is the sales register where you can see all your data, whatever you have uploaded. Here you have a filter option, like you can search and filter as per your convenience. You can search for this invoice number. For a specific invoice number, you can search for a date range. If you want to search for a specific GST number or for a recipient, you can simply apply this GST number here and click on this filter result. It will give you all the invoices filtered for that particular recipient. This is how you upload your GSTR 1A sales register for filing the return. Let me go back to the previous screen where I was showing you that how you file your GSTR1. If you see, the steps are absolutely the same. You're not required to just toggle between the screens and see what is next to be done or what you're supposed to do. So I have uploaded the sales register. You can click on the see all. It will give you, like here it is not giving, might be the reason of the, it's already closed. So you can just simply see that this issued document summary, then the HSN summary. You will review the summary here by calculating whatever is there in GSTZen database. Again, you will be uploading, generating summary. The steps are absolutely the same as you file the GSTR1. The steps are absolutely same for GSTR1 and 1A. Now moving to the back to the previous screen itself, where we have the options, so that I can quickly walk you through the other things. So here, before I move to this GSTR 3B, I'll just quickly take a minute and talk about this reconciliation option, that is reconciliation books versus GST government portal data. So for this, we have 4 types of reconciliation, that's purchase register versus 2A, purchase register versus 2B, sales register versus GSTR1, sales register versus GSTR1 e-invoices. As Venu sir mentioned that we have this sales register versus GSTR1 e-invoices. So I'll be just quickly choose this option, choose the financial year, and show you that how the screen looks, what are the steps, how easily you can extract the reconciliation report. As you can see, it is already showing me that I have logged in through OTP. You have an option to log in through username and password only. Just because I have logged in through OTP, it is showing me like this. The first step is to extract the data from the government portal to GSTZen, whatever is there in your GSTR1 e-invoices. You will simply choose this checkbox. It will choose all the checkboxes and give this command download from government portal. It will download all the data and give you the notification on the on the left hand side of your screen in green. And if there is any error while fetching, or if there is no data on the portal, it will show you in red or orange. The second step would be uploading your sales register. If you have already uploaded it for the June month and you are doing primarily for the June month reconciliation, you're not supposed to perform this step 2 again, as this data is already available in GSTZen database. The third step would be to run the intelligent matcher. So this intelligent matcher is an important step, as it facilitates matching of all the invoices which all are there on the portal and on the GSTZen, as you have uploaded through your sales register. So this particular matcher will facilitate matching of all the invoices. And within the step 4, you will get the report. You can have the monthly report as well as the yearly consolidated report. With these 4 simple steps, you can perform the reconciliation while filing your GSTR1. With the to check whether auto-populated data is correct or not, or if you want to consider any more invoices while filing the GSTR1. So you can simply, with these 4 steps, you can perform the reconciliation. Before moving to 3B, again, I would like to talk about this download a report option, where we have this consolidated report. GSTR1 1A is a separate report here. GSTR1 invoices 2A, 2B, 3B, all these reports are available on the monthly as well as yearly basis. I will take a minute to discuss about this consolidated report. I'll just choose the financial year again. And again, it will ask me to log in. I have already logged in, that's why it is not giving me the option. The steps are absolutely the same to fetch the data for the government portal. Like, we have maintained the consistency in the pages so that you don't have to, so that it does not create any hassle for you to toggle and check that what is the next step and how you are supposed to perform the steps. That's how we have maintained the consistency in all the features. So you can just simply download GSTR1, GSTR 1A, 2A, 2B, 3B, all in the one screen just by clicking on this checkbox. It will click on all the checkboxes and you can download the data. After you download and all these circles turned into this green, this yellow circles turned into green, you can just fetch the report, consolidated report, that is GSTR 1, 2A, 2B, 2A, 3B report, or GSTR 1, 2B, 3B report. You can just simply see the comparison between these 3 major reports. So now moving to our last thing, that is filing of GSTR 3B through GSTZen. Let me just quickly choose that option. Again, I'll go to this file, GST return, this GSTR 3B, and I'll be performing the same for the June 25. Once I choose these 3 options, it will take me to the next screen where we have again the 3 options, 3 methods that how you can file your GSTR 3B. So I'll be choosing this auto-populated data, whatever is there in my 3B. You can choose the other 2 methods and do the filing. Again, we have an option to go with OTP or with the username and password. For the convenience and efficiency, I'll be here also I'll be going with the OTP method only. So in the step 1, you can just simply download your auto-populated 3B data from the portal. You can just click on this here, download again, and it will give you the data. Once it is downloaded, you can review. Like, it will give you a summary in the numbers. You just have to take a look whether these numbers are correct or not for your data, whether it's matching or not. If not, of course, you can make the changes in the step 3 by clicking on this file button. So once you click on this file button, it will show you separately this part 1, part 2, table 4, table 5, part 3. You can just simply take a look, and if you want to make any of the, like, if you want to edit any of the figure, you can click on these boxes. These are editable columns. You can make the changes and hit this save your working. It will give you the notification on the left hand side, like the return data saved in your GSTZen. You will click on this go back. It will take you to the return filing page. With this, we have done the step 3. Now, in the step 4, you will be pushing your working to the government portal by clicking on this upload button. And here, once this is done, it will give you this create challan and make payment column. Like in this chart, you can just figure it out whether there is any ITC to be paid, or what you're like, is there any payment which you're supposed to make. So you can just check it here. You can just log in to the government portal here with this OTP thing. Just quickly do it. Yeah. So once you, okay, 1 second. Once you are logging, you can just simply click on this check balance and create challan if needed. It will show you the bank details and it will give you the payment details. Once you are done with that payment thing, you can download the summary from the government portal, and to offset it, you will be uploading the details, and you can simply file your 3B with this EVC or with DST. With these few quick simple steps, you can file your 3B through GSTZen. Again, we have this pin button on the right hand side top to save all your workings. So this is how you can perform your complete GST compliance regarding GSTR1, 1A, 3B, doing the reconciliation, having the consolidated report and the other reports. Through this, you can you can do your GST compliance easy and quick. That's it from my side. If you have anything, please put your questions or raise your hand so that we can answer the all. Thank you. Over to you, Venu sir.
Thank you so much, Manisha. And that was a very wonderful deliberation. Friends, let me tell you one thing. Even if you have 10 records, 50 records, doesn't matter. You need to reconcile before filing the returns. Trust me, when you are filing a return in the month of August, you are only looking at July sales and filing the thing. You are not doing a one-time reconciliation of April to July, figuring it out what is the delta that needs to be done. You are not doing that. So better use a software and tools like GSTZen. One point which Manisha forgot to show you is every step. You on the right corner, you have attach files. What are the workings relied upon documents? You can attach it. 4 years later, 5 years later, when you get a notice, a simple ASMT 10 asking you, why did you take extra some 1 lakh rupee credit beyond 2B? Now you will know that, okay, earlier month you have not taken some workings you had done, and basis that you have done, you can attach it. That's the beauty of the tool. And these attachments are there. As long as your account is active, you will be able to do it. Yeah. There are questions that have come, and yeah, the customers of GSTZen are pan India. Okay, these are the top customers. Let me pick up some of the questions that have come. From the software, can we upload the data previous year also? Perfectly, yes. Tarunji, you can do it. Please show us demo how to operate IMS for large set of invoices in GSTZen automatically from inward supplies. Sanath, I would request you to write to support. We have done a session earlier on how to handle large set of data because portal allows you only 500 records. So beyond that also GSTZen can easily handle it. Vasishtha, I would request you share to Sanath the our recording of IMS large data. Does GSTZen has a capacity to auto calculate 4A and 4B? Yes. When you do a reconciliation with the 2B, you can select in the Excel file, these records I want to claim now, these records I want to defer it. These records I will not claim the credit. So when you say claim and everything is the same month, it comes to 4A5 and nothing. If you say I will defer it, it comes to your 4A5 and 4B2. If you say, I don't want to claim this record, it will come to 4A5 and 4B1. This functionality is seamlessly integrated and you can reach our support team. They will help you. Raviteja, please show reconciliation with 2B option and 3 different reports we can download. Raviteja, so those 3 different reports, basically reconciliation by invoice date, by invoice period. So there are different periods, different reports. When you download, you will automatically get it. Alpesh is asking how to do GSTZen reco with the 2B with our data. Alpesh, I would request you to get in touch. We will share the recording of how 2B versus books is done. With regards to payment of tax, many states are allowing payment of GST by credit card method. However, Telangana is not allowing. Do you know any chance? Very technical point. I will not be able to answer Rohit on this point. Credit note is rejected by supplier wrongly, and how do we rectify it in R1? There's no rectification. You please open the credit note and submit it back. It will travel back to the supplier and supplier will be able to take it. Can we use this for multiple GSTNs pan-India level? You can. See, you are a CFO handling 4-5 companies, you will be able to handle it. You are a chartered accountant handling for multiple clients, you will be able to do it. The best part is one screen, one dashboard, you will be able to do it. Parmesh, please mail us the PPT. Yes, you will be getting an access of the PPT. Our technical support team will do it. GSTZen has a capacity to auto calculate 4A and 4B. Answer is yes. Our team will, you can please get in touch with the support. They will walk you through how it can be done. We've been using GSTZen for our monthly complaints. Is it possible to reconcile July 24 of financial year 24-25? Books ITC is uploaded. Yes, you will be able to do it, sir. No issue. That will be taken care. With regards to 2B RICO, there are many invoices which Gen isn't matching with the 24-25 2B and current month books. Kindly help. If you are saying that 24-25 is in 2B and it is there in the purchases of the current year, that is a different scenario, which is we are booking the invoices late. You need to do a reconciliation. You need to download the data of 2 years. You need to upload the data of 2 years. Only then you will have this matching. And when you do a matcher, it will ask how many days I will go back and do the matching. 30 days, 40 days, 60 days. You need to increase that matcher, Shivani, then you will be able to do it. All right, with this we have answered all the questions and we are well within the time. So when I say well within the time, the technical glitch. So 1 hour we did our session, and here is our GST updates group. You can scan this, join, subscribe to our WhatsApp channel where we update on GST, both legal side and the other articles on various topics we write and share it to our members. You can be part of it, and we don't spam the group. We only write on the GST articles. Please do join. If you have any technical questions on the subject that we discussed, write to me, venu@vnv.ca. If you have any product related issues, please write to support@gstzen.in. On this note, we will sign off for the day. Thank you so much being a lovely audience. Thank you.